Hello dear students, welcome back to the second video of the video lecture series on Python programming. Today in this second video we are going to see introduction to Python programming. Before starting we will see what is the syllabus we are going to cover in this video lecture series of Python programming. In today's video we will see introduction to Python. In the video 1, that is the previous video, we have completed introduction to programming, where we have seen some basic concepts about the programming language. In the next video we will see what are the variables in Python and how to define that variables. In fourth video we will see what are different built-in functions like int, str, type, int, input, print, etc. In the fifth video we will see operators like arithmetic operator, comparison, logical operator, assignment operators, and so on. In sixth video we will see data type and their methods. Seventh video will be conditional statements. Then next will be loops in Python, then loop control statements. Then we will see what are functions and how to define the user defined functions. And after video 10, in video 11 and onwards, we are going to cover the topics like graphs, how to make 2D graphs, how to make 3D graphs, and so on. We will see how to make classes, what are classes, and how to define classes, and how to do file handling. Let us start with the topic why Python. In the previous video also we have seen the reason why Python is so much popular. The reason is that Python is easy to learn and it is easy to use because of the very simple syntax as compared to other programming languages. Next, the reason is that due to the advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science, and the big data, the Python language is very much used. That is why it became very popular and it is nowadays used in almost all of the industries. And it has large community which are making large number of libraries. By using that libraries, we can do our task in less number of code. That is why Python is becoming very popular. Now we'll see Python is a general purpose programming language. General purpose means what? This programming language is not a specialized language. It can be used for multiple tasks, like you want to do scientific calculations, you want to do numerical calculations, or you want to do non-scientific calculations, like you want to make GUI applications, you want to make websites, or you want to make mobile apps. In that case we can use the Python language. That is why it is called general purpose programming language. It was created by Guido van Rossum in the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. It was released in year 1991, but it became popular after 2010 due to the new technologies that are coming like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and so on. Then why the name Python? Why the name Python was given to this language? When it was asked to the Guido van Rossum, he told that this name he decided from his one of the favorite comedy show, that is Monty Python Flying Circus. He liked the name Python, so he kept the name of the programming language as Python. Now we will see the key features of Python programming language. First is the Python is suitable for scientific and non-scientific programming tasks. That is why it is called general purpose programming language. It is easy to read and understand with simple syntax. The syntax of this is very simple as compared to the other programming language. We will see that. Let us take one programming language which is again popular, like we will open online C compiler. I am opening it online because I am not having that on my PC. So this is the first link I am opening. Here we can see structure of the program is given. So if you want to type a hello world, if you want to type a hello world, in that case you have to include first of all the library which contains the input and output function. So printf is the output function which displays the message on your monitor. So to use that, you have to first import, or you have to include the header file, that is stdio.h. Then you have to initialize the main function, opening curly bracket is used, closing curly bracket is used, and inside this we write the C code. Here the code is simply to print the hello world, and after that hello world there is a semicolon, and return 0, again semicolon is there. We will run this and we can see we are getting the output. If you want to do the same operation in Python, then we can use online Python interpreter. Again first link we will open, and here if you want to print the same message like hello world, then here we can see we only need a single line. We got the same output as we got in the C language. Here we can see we got the same output, but for that you have to write these many lines. And here the statement is very simple. It is simple print. It is very near to the English language, but here we can see it is not print, it is printf, and after the statement there is a semicolon, but here there is no need of semicolon, and there is no need of this opening bracket, closing bracket. This main function is not required, the header file is not required. These many things are not required in Python language, which was there in other language. Same type of syntax is there for other language. Like if you want to use the C++, again they have the same type of thing. So that is why we say the Python is easy to learn and understand. By looking at the instruction, we can know, or we can get an idea what operation is going in that part of the code. Okay, we'll go back to the slide. Now one more feature of the Python is that it is free and open source. So open source means what? It is free to use. So for using the Python language, we don't have to pay any fees or charges. It is available for free to be used, and it has a large active community who are developing so many libraries, and they are making the Python more easy. Then it is called dynamically typed. Dynamically typed means what? There is no need of declaring the variable types. So when you create a variable in the Python, then the type, that the data type of the variable will be automatically detected, but it is not the case with the other programming language. We'll see that also. Like if you want to make a variable of integer data type, and you want to, let's say, print the sum of two numbers, then in that case we have to initialize, we have to tell the compiler that we are making a variable which is integer with a value, let's say 10, again a variable b equal to 5, and one more variable sum. So we have created three variables: a, the value is 10, b equal to 5, and sum, no value is given. And here we can see we are initializing it with int. It means what? We are telling the compiler that it is an integer variable. Now after that we can write sum equal to a plus b, again semicolon. Then if you want to print the sum, then we will write print f. Then to print we will write percentage d, then we will write here the sum variable, and we will close it with the semicolon. So here we can see these lines are required. This printf percentage d is required, and this line is required, this line is required. So there are three lines required with this syntax, right? So if we run, we can see we are getting the output as 15, but it is not coming in the next line, it is coming just after the hello world. So to get it in the next line, what we will do, in the hello world statement we will include a \n. So when we run it, we are getting 15 in the next line. So this is how we run the code in other language like C. But here if you want, what we can do, we can simply make the variable a equal to 10 or b equal to 5, sum equal to a plus b, and print sum. So here we can see we can do this operation in easy way. Directly we are getting. Here is no need of including the \n and semicolon and all that things are not required. Here also we have seen that we are not initializing and we are not telling the interpreter that it is an integer variable. As soon as we decide it, as soon as we make it, the compiler will automatically detect the type. Let us check that. If I write, I want to check what is the type of the a variable. So it will tell that it is integer. Here we can see it is telling that it is an integer variable. So that is why it is called dynamically typed language. So it will automatically detect the type of the data that we are using here. But here in this case we have to initialize. Without initializing, it will not be able to run the code. So that is the meaning of dynamically typed programming language. Now one more feature is that it is platform independent. So it means it can work on different operating systems like Windows, Linux and iOS. It comes with large standard libraries. By using these libraries, we can write we can do complex tasks in less number of code. We don't have to write everything from the scratch. We can directly import the modules. We can take the functions which are defined inside that module, and by using that function, our code will become very short and we will be able to get the output easily. Now the next point is the latest version of the Python is 3.13.1. that is the official latest version, and the official website is python.org. What are the applications? Applications are that it can be used, the Python language can be used for making web applications, games, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science and so on. These are the applications. So these are the features of the Python programming language. Now we will see how to use the Python language in our computer. Now in the previous browser session we have seen that Python can be used online, like we have done for C language and Python language, but in that case we have to go online. The internet connection is required. Also the online version is suitable for doing the small coding or the task which is easy. If there is complex coding, like you want to import some modules, you want to make graphs, then in that case it will not be able to do that type of operation. So that is why we need to install that software on our computer. For that we use Anaconda software. So Anaconda is a distribution which have multiple applications inside this. So there are some applications which can run the Python. That we'll see how to install this Anaconda. So when you go to this link anaconda.com.product.distribution, you will get this type of web page that we'll see here. We have to type Anaconda for Python. I'm getting the first link, that download Anaconda distribution. I'm opening this. Here I'm getting this web page. To download, I have two options: either to enter the email ID, you will enter the email ID, you will click on submit button, and what will happen on your email ID, you will get the mail from the Anaconda in which the link for downloading the Anaconda will be there. So when you click on that link which is given you on the mail, then you will be able to download the Anaconda software. The other option is without registration. You can directly skip the registration and you can click this skip registration button, which is just under the just below the submit button. You can click on this skip registration. Once you click, there will be different options to download the Anaconda software. So if you want to download the installer, you can click on this. That installer will get downloaded. It is of small size. When you click on that, then it will start downloading the complete Anaconda software from the internet, and then you will be able to install and use it. But if you want to download it in one go, then you can go to these links. If you are using Windows, you can click on this link. If you are using Mac operating system, you can use this. If you are using Linux operating system, you can use this link to download the software. Here we can see for Windows it is of the size 912 MB. So once we click here, the software will be downloaded. Once it is downloaded, what we can do, we can install that. For installing, we have to double click on the exe file that is downloaded. You have to click agree and next button you have to click, then it will install your Anaconda software. Once it is installed, what we can do, we can go to the start menu. Here we will see the Anaconda software is there in your start. Then we can see there are different options available. We can click on the Anaconda navigator, right? So when we click on Anaconda navigator, we get this type of window here. That is also shown here. The next is Anaconda navigator. So Anaconda navigator is nothing but a window, GUI window, graphical user face intro, a window in which there will be different applications shown. These applications can be used by using Anaconda. So we will see that. So here we can see when you click on the Anaconda navigator, you will get this type of window. Right? Here we can see there are different applications. These are the application softwares. These application softwares are used to do specific tasks. For example, if you want to do the Python programming, you can use the Jupyter notebook. You can click on the launch and it will open the Jupyter notebook for you, on which you can do the coding, or you can go to the Spyder IDE. Spyder is another application software which can be used to do the Python programming. So you can click on the launch and you will be able to use the Spyder IDE or the Jupyter notebook IDE for using or coding in Python. And here the gear icon is to update the application. For example, let's say when new update is available, then in after 2 or 3 months you want to update to the latest version, you can go here and you can click and you can update the application from here. Similarly, if you want to update the Spyder, you can go here and you can update the application. That you can do. There are different versions. Here we can see there are different versions. I have already updated it to the latest version. Okay, so either you click on this launch button here for this or for the Spyder, or you can directly go to the start menu and you can click on this Jupyter notebook or Spyder. It is good to go in the start menu and click on this application software, because opening this Anaconda navigator will take unnecessary time. So it will take more time. Therefore, we do not go here for opening the application. We directly open the application from the start menu. Once you click on Jupyter notebook and Spyder, it will get open. Okay. Now, once you open the Spyder window, it will look like this. So this part is called script window. This part is called script window. This is called variable explorer window, and this is called output window or the console window. This is called output window or it is called console window. And this is the second software that we have seen. It is called Jupyter notebook window. It is a Jupyter notebook application, and this is the Spyder application. We will see that when you click on that, it will open the software for you. So this is the Spyder window. I opened it already because it takes some time to open when you are opening it for the first time. Okay, so I have opened it. Here we can see here is the left side part is called the script window. This portion is called variable explorer window. This part is called output window or the console window. Right, here you can do your coding. Complete code can be written here. Here line by line, if you want to execute something, you can write here. For example, if I write print hello world and I press enter, I get the output here. Right, similarly, if you want like print 10 plus 5, I press enter, I am getting the output. So if you want to do that type of operation, it is possible to do here. That is the Spyder window. And similarly, if you click on the Jupyter notebook, then initially it will open this type of window. It will execute some commands here automatically. You have to wait for it to open. Then it will open this window for you. This is the Jupyter notebook window, and this window is browser based. So this Jupyter Notebook is browser based application software. So what it means, it will open in the browser, it will open in your default browser. If you have not set the default browser, it will ask for you to tell which browser you want to open the Jupyter Notebook. Once you open the Jupyter Notebook, it will give you a root folder. Here we can see this is the root folder. Here so many folders are there and so many files are there. So what we can do, we can select any folder in which you want to work. Let us take the document folder. I am taking the document folder, and I have already created the 00 Python folder for doing the coding. So I will go inside this, and in this I will open the Jupyter file. So for opening the folder or for creating the folder, you can click on new, you can create the new folder. New folder will be created here. You can give the name of the folder here, or if you want to directly open the application or the Jupyter file, you can click on Python 3. You click, it will be opened here. See here, it is created here and it is automatically getting opened in the new tab of the browser. Now it is getting opened. Now it is opened. Here we can see this is the Jupyter Notebook file. Here we can do the Python coding. Right? Here we can, this is untitled is the name of the file right now. So I can click on this. I can write my first code in Python. That is the name of the file I am giving. You can give any name. I'm clicking on rename, and you can see the name of the file is changed. Now here I can do the coding like print. If I want same hello students, if I write, if I press, see here there is a run button here above it, or you can go to run and run selected cell. Shortcut to use it, shift and enter, right? So I will click on this run button, and here we can see we are getting the output. Similarly, if you want to print the sum, I can write 10 plus 5 and shift enter. I will get the output, that is 10 plus 5 is 15. So that is how we can use the both the softwares. We have seen how to use the Spyder window, and what is Spyder window, and what is Spyder software for Python, and this is the Jupyter software for Python. Okay, and there are two ways of using the Python. One is called the interactive mode and one is called the script mode. Interactive mode is the mode in which we do the coding line by line. So if we write one instruction, we execute it, we get the output. That type of programming is called interactive mode of programming. There we write a single line, we execute, we get the output. So line by line we are checking the output. That is called interactive mode of programming. The script mode is the mode in which we write the Python script. So script is nothing but the code file. If you write a large program or a program in a file and you save that file is called script file. Script is nothing but the Python file. A program file is called the script file. We'll see that. Let us go to the Spyder window. Here whatever we have done here, print hello world, print 10 plus 5, this is called the interactive mode, because we are typing the code, we are executing, and we are getting the output. Interactively the output is obtained. So we are typing the instruction, we are running it, we are getting the output. That is called interactive mode. But here if you want to write the code completely in single file, you can do it also. Here we can see I have written a code, simple code, a equal to 10, b equal to 5, sum a plus b, print sum. So I want to print the sum. To run it, what I have to do, I have to first of all save this file. Let us make a new file. I will copy the same code here, Control C, Control V, right? So this is the actual code we want to run. So what I have to do to run this code, I have to first of all save this. Then I will name it my code in my code. Okay, that's it, my code. Then I will save it. Here we can see the name of the file is changed to my code. Then I can go now my code is there. I can click on this run button, and here we can see I'm getting the 15 output. So if I change the value of 10 to 20, then here we can see I have to save this file, I have to run this file. Here we are getting the output as 25. So this mode of coding is called script mode, because we are writing the Python script and we are saving this script with the name my code here. Okay, you can keep any name to this Python script or Python file. Here we can see the extension of this file is .py. .py means it is the extension of Python file, like extension of PDF file is .pdf, extension of Excel file, Microsoft Excel file is .xlsx. For Word it is like .dox, that is the extension for Word file. Similarly for Python file that is .py. So we have seen what is interactive mode. Here we have this mode is called interactive mode. Line by line we are executing and getting the output, and when we write the code completely, we save the file or save the script and save and run. That is called the script mode of coding. Okay, so when to use interactive moding? Interactive moding is used when your code is small and easy, right? In that case we use line by line coding and we can get the output. No need of making the file separately, right? But script mode is required when the code is larger, the code is big. In that case you have to save that in file so that you can use it in future. That is the script mode. Here we can see line by line we are getting the output because that are simple codes, right? Okay, now few more concepts about the Python statement. So Python statement is nothing but the Python instruction. The Python instruction is nothing but the instruction which is understood by the Python interpreter. Whatever you write, if Python can execute that, that is called the Python instruction. That Python instruction is also called Python statement. For example, if you simply write a equal to 1, that is again a Python statement or the Python instruction. You are writing like n equal to 10, it is Python statement or instruction. You are writing print n, again this is Python statement or instruction. You are writing you are writing print hello, that is again you can say that as Python statement or you can say it as Python instruction. Now comment are the lines which uses hash at the start of that line. If you use hash, that part of the line will not get executed. Here we can see the hash is written, so this part will not get executed, right? Let's say you are writing 10 lines of the code. These are the Python instructions. You don't want to run this line, so what you will do, temporary you can keep a hash symbol here, and this line will not be executed. Only this line, this line, this line and this line will be executed. So we can use the comment to hide a particular line, or if you want to write some text, that text can be used to tell what process or what thing is happening in that part of the code. Here we can see hash is written and the text is, this is a single line comment, this is a single line comment. So hash is used to make the single line comment. Similarly, if you want to make the multiple line comment, you use single quote 3 times at the start, single quote 3 times, then you write your text or comment, then you use single quote 3 times at the end. This will make the multi-line comment. One more way is to use double quote 3 times, double quote 1 time, double quote 2 time, double quote 3 time, then you write multiple line comment and then you close it with the 3 double quotes. In that way we can make the multiple line comment. We can see here we can see the print hello, this is my first code in Spyder, that line is written, but that line is written inside this with this hash. Therefore this line is not getting executed. When I run this code, I am simply getting 25. So if I remove this hash, then I will get this output also. Here we can see we are getting this output. If I again put hash here, so it will hide this line and you will not get output of this. Here we can see we are not getting the output, but earlier we got the output of this line. So it is used to hide the line, or you want to write some comment like hash, I can write any comment or text like we are doing addition of 2 numbers. So it will tell the user what is happening in this part of the code. I will save the code, I will run the code. Again we can see we are getting the output. So this is called single line comment. So hash is used for writing the single line comment. Multi-line comment means what? Like you want to write more than one lines. In that case, either you can use hash multiple times for each line, or you can simply put 3 double quotes at the start and 3 double quotes at the end of the multiple line. Here we can see 3 double quotes, then a multi-line comment is there. Again, a 3 double quote is to end the multi-line comment, and it is not affecting the code. We are getting the output, right? Let us remove this single line comment here, and we are getting the output here. So that is single line comment, and that is multiple line comment. Now Python indentation. Python indentation is nothing but the space that we give in the program. That space, Python indentation, is nothing but a tab space. On your keyboard you have a tab button, okay, tab space, or there are 4 spaces you can use for this. So tab space, when you press, what will happen? The code will move to other level. So this is the 0 level, this is the first, or we can say this is the first level, or this is the second level, this is the third level. So code is moving to other part. So when you write code, then we write in the form of blocks. Like say here 3 lines are written, that is part of one block. When you give indentation and you write with this space, then as it is having a one tab space or indentation, it is part of block 2. So they are on the same level. Here we can see this block and this block is on the same level. So therefore they are part of block 2. And again one more indentation is given, one more tab space is given. So this is called block 3. So block 2 will be executed only when block 1 is executed. So block 2 is under block 1. Similarly block 3 is under block 2. So it will be executed only when block 2 is there. When block 3 is executed, again it will come back to the block 2. Here we can see it is on the same level. Again we unindent means again going back to the original space. So here again we can say this layer, this level and this level is same. So we can say this block and this block is same. They are continuation of the block 1. Here block 2 was there, and here again that was block 2 continuation, because they are at the same level. So why it is required? It is required to make the code neat and clean, because when you look at the code, you know how many layers are there, how many tab spaces are there, you know how much deep the code is going, right? And okay, so that is all about your Python indentation. Okay, that is all for this video. In next video we will see what are variables in Python. Thank you.